So a traffic stop is when an officer activates their lights and their siren. If a vehicle refuses to stop and it is a crime dangerous to life, then that would be considered a pursuit. That officer would remain behind that vehicle with the lights and siren on and will pursue that vehicle. Basically violent crimes, so homicide suspects, assault with deadly weapons, shooting into occupied dwellings, armed robberies, carjackings, and the recent update with our pursuit policy also includes first-degree burglary. So the officer has to turn off his or her blue lights and siren, and they have to go back to following all traffic laws. When we follow traffic laws, what that is, stopping for stop signs, stopping for red lights, obeying the speed limit. So they're no longer following that vehicle and it is not a pursuit. Now, when that happens, sometimes we will call the helicopter in. And the helicopter will get eyes on the suspect vehicle and they will follow it to its ending destination. That is not a pursuit either because officers are not behind it with blue lights and siren on. Officers always drive with due regard for the safety of others. What that basically means is that before a pursuit and during the pursuit, officers have to consider certain considerations that is listed in our directive. Some of those are the seriousness of the crime, the weather conditions, traffic conditions, the area that the pursuit's taking place in. So is it downtown during a Panthers football game or a soccer game? We're not going to want a pursuit to go through that area at that time because of pedestrian traffic. The risk to the public would actually outweigh the need to apprehend that suspect or driver immediately. They have to constantly give updates on the radio. So the updates on the radio is traffic conditions, weather conditions, and the speed that they are going. They also give turn-by-turn directions as to where the pursuit is actually going in the city. When they do that, a sergeant is over the pursuit and they have to do the exact same things based on the information given by the officers. The lieutenants of that division or the lieutenant over the pursuit, captains and ops command, sometimes even majors will monitor the pursuit too. At each level, they are constantly evaluating based on the information given by the officers. Once the pursuit is finished and the suspect is apprehended, that pursuit is investigated by the command staff and internal affairs to make sure that our policy was followed throughout the entire pursuit. So officers always drive with due regard for the safety. Driving is one of the highest liability areas in law enforcement, and pursuits increases that liability. Our goal as officers is to keep everybody safe, ourselves, other citizens, and the driver of whatever vehicle we are pursuing. The goal is that everybody is safe and that nobody gets hurt.